Где кто? Кого убить? Я вас вижу. Поговорить со мной лицом. Да? Ща поговорим. Ща мы с тобой поговорим.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and life.
Да у вас у всех так, блядь.
The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you. Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time, I tell you. I'm up to my neck in Marauders in here, which, by the by, they were supposed to prevent. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment.
Oh, okay.
The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good Already they've caused considerable damage to the...
Так.
Aside from the bits, you said you wanted something from me. Something information related.
Да, давай. Все, пойдем посмотрим, что можно сделать. Пойдем убьем, порешаем всех. Всех этих мародеров, нам бабло. Да, дадут. Сколько у меня уже денег? Ой, маловато. Я же хочу купить штуку одну за 8000. Чтобы сдать чела. Главное, когда самого разыскиваемого преступника нужно платить 8000 какому-то долбоебу, чтобы его сдать. Так, подожди, мы сейчас какое задание делаем? Мы сейчас это делаем.
Light him on fire, ladies and gents!
Something's not right.
Thought I saw something.
Стойте здесь, короче, не вмешивайтесь в это дерьмо. Пусть наемники разбираются, это их работа. Убьют, так убьют, что теперь? Главное не выебываться. Вот этот не дебил. Идиот. Изи говорит. Конечно, Изи такой дебил. Ой, не надо, стоп. Я пошутил. Изи бризи. В смысле ты чё? Ёбут? Так. Ну что, нравится, фига?
This area has been sanitized.
О, попить водичка. Блин, мне поспать. Я уже спать хочу. Управление автоматонами. Атмосферное управление. Использовать системы пожаротушения в главном зале. Включить пожарную тревогу. Так, система пожаротушения поглотит весь кислород из воздуха. Убедитесь, что все сотрудники эвакуированы. Я надеюсь, все нормально будет. О, можно было это сделать. Когда тут враги были.
That's the last of them, I think.
Что еще у вас есть?
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. My compliments on your improvised utilization of the fire suppressant system. I would expect nothing less from one of Nyoka's associates.
As usual, I'll take that as a compliment.
Of course. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place.
Вот. Вот-вот.
Yes, I believe I do. This ought to square our debt.
2000.
One
Ах
hefty
ты
payment for a
говно.
highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
Что за разговор, подожди.
If you insist. As I was telling you before, I am the premier broker for all of Monarch. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
SAM units never need longer than necessary to complete the job. Quick, quiet, and efficient, SAM sees it done.
Молодец,
I
Сэм.
take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. Caring or not won't change the facts of the matter. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. The bandwidth. There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through but their local broadcasts. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end. You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end.
Поговорите.
Luck be
Можно
with you.
поговорить.
I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will. What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
Понятно, он перехватывает данные, какие-то информацию, переговоры и продает их, да?
Not much, admittedly. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a raptidon of another color. I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information. They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know? Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights. I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra One. Once the other corporation... The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved... Some say Graham suffers from nightmares. I would assume it's... You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told... Back when the colony was... I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership. Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra One uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other...
Окей, понял.
Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whisper. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Look,
Давай про коллегию.
there are so many members. Do specify. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. That the chairman is politically motivated to keep Monarch from being re-recognized as a legal part of the colony. And that is all you will get from me.
Окей.
Look. How? Nyoka?
Вот так вот. Вот так вот. Что это? Трансляцию. Личные дела. это чё? Так, ладненько. Окей. Окей, братан. Что ж, пойдем. Опа. Водяру возьмем. Ну чё, пошли. Так, здесь тоже отстреливать, наверное, да? Надо будет всех подряд. По крайней мере. Так, вон какие-то трансляции у нас ведет, да? Ладно, пойдем. Нам нужно, что нам нужно? Нам нужно договориться с этими людьми, надо договориться. Грэм и Сажабарбам. Но сначала давай зайдем на другое задание. Хоп. Сначала давай зайдем, знаешь куда? Сначала зайдем на вот это вот задание. Что-то не очень хорошо. Сиги. Ой! Зачем я побежал-то туда? Так, пойдемте. Так, нет, это не сюда. Уже темно. Уже стемнело, ничего не видно. Надо фонарик, а фонарика нет. Фонарика ни одного в игре я еще не видел. Сюда сможете залезть?
Sorry, customer. That request cannot be
No.
accommodated.
Ну и зря. Фу, сколько этих жуков сраных. Ну, чё, у нас нет выбора особого.
Sorry, Captain, I can't.
Ладно, тогда хотя бы тут стой. А то я, блин, не знаю, что делать. Куда бежим? Давай, бей его. Бей его, ребят! Ага! Держись, колесо! Фак! Мэн, вот это затащено. Ну чё? Вот мы ради этой могилки твоего друга сюда приперлись, и чё дальше? И чё дальше? И чё? Ты довольна, блядь?
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him.
Ты, похоже, отмороженная.
If we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him.
Мы только что его навещали, блядь.
I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago. I don't rightly know what happened. I should have tried to track them down back then. But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so. I'll admit there's a certain truth to that, but every once in a while, when I realize I've lost track of the number of bottles I've hucked at a tree, I get to wonder, maybe one night I'll reach for a bottle and find my sidearm instead, and it'll be just as comforting. The thought sobers me right up. And I don't want to be thinking... Now, come on, let's make tracks before Hiram dies of old age.
Ну, пистолет тебе прочистит голову. Ну, зато хорошо прогуляли, хорошо сходили. Довольно-таки веселое приключение было, честно признаться. Столько открыли всего интересного. Увидели, где живут те чуваки. У меня такой вид, ну-ка давай посмотрим вид. Как эти деревья вообще сверху выглядят. Вон, смотри, это грибы. Ребята, это грибы. Охренеть. Блин, какого хрена мы тут делаем? Где этот засранец? Блин, он что так высоко-то далеко-то забрался? Тут же дверь есть, алло.
It's the strangest thing. I still can't receive any.
Ну-ка, давай запугивание применим.
Architect, have mercy. I should have known you were a shark. Phineas only works with the most ruthless and resourceful of captains. Wait, don't hurt me. That was an intended compliment, I swear. Here, take this if it will incentivize you to work faster.
Нормально, чё?
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
Убеждение, давай
my
используем.
heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to...
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, Good luck. Sure. You know where to find me if you need.
Окей. Отлично. Все, пойдем. Блять, всегда реагирую на этот звук.
Sam, I've got a question. Do you use alcohol as a cleaning agent? I've heard some
Дура.
folks do that.
Alcohol-based clean.
Так, с этим типом так и не поговорили. Ладно, хрен-то с ним. Для начала патронов. Хотя мне не особо они и нужны. Ой, потратился конкретно я. Мне ж надо копить бабло. Фак. Нет, не пущу за такого воровства. Так, это у нас чё?
Hungry? I'm famished.
Так, хорошо.
Not so fast. The biometric IDs are special goods.
Да ты чё? А если сейчас я...
What do you know? You're on it. My mistake, customer.
Депа.
Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll... Will that be all, or do you require...
Все нормально, не переживай. Качество движения, которое вы можете использовать в паре с благодарным причем прямо автоматическим скрытием войдя. Ага, отлично.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards. Won't pretend I'm not disappointed. Suppose I've no choice. Maybe a handful of bits will spur you into quicker action.
Другое дело.
What about it? Aside from the fact that I can smell it all the way from here. Sure.
Так, подожди. С чего вы вот мне и помогать? Мне столько... Не столько надо куда-нибудь прогуляется. А я бы хорошенько все болтал. Ну-ка. А меня не спалят? Нет, не спалили. Хорошо. Может, меня тогда и за этим делом не спалят. Так, отлично. Хорош. Как тут ее украсть-то можно? Ну, тут она уже увидит, скорее всего. А? Что? Такая дернулась. Оп. Оп, оп. Зря вы храните такие вещи без присмотра. Чет. На-на-на-на. Ой, здесь
Take a
что-то
gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
Что? Вы говорите миг вместо того, чтобы на самом деле подмигнуть?
Don't believe I did. No? Wink. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats.
Погрузчиков с шприцами. Гениально. Лошадин. Просто невероятно хитро.
See? I know a fellow genius when I clap eyes on him. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him in return? I'll cut you 5%.
Ну и чё за бредни? Эх, 100 убеждений уже требуется. Офигеть. Давай.
Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. My sprat...
Похеру, в принципе, на него. Это кто такой?
Oh, I
О,
beg your
боже мой.
pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here? Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my... I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Ты дебил, конечно, сказочный. Ну ладно, давай с тобой еще поговорим.
No, but thank you. I'm quite all right as I am. Oh, you're still here. I said I don't require anything at this time. Run along now. I've had more than enough to satisfy my thirst for one evening.
Ну ладно, да и будет чувака.
Deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore Fallbrook was unrivaled in its leisurely pursuits. But it seems to me the whole town is designed primarily to leech one's bits. And now that I've run dry, or nearly so, the fellas have abandoned me back to Byzantium. You wouldn't leave a friend in need, I'm sure. Don't suppose I could just ask you to scram.
Да, без проблем. Без проблем, сиди тут. Сиди тут и... Ну и дальше. Что ж, хорошо. Так.
Keep walking, Rugby.
Что он этим имел в виду? Слушай, так сюда можно приземлиться. Там, может, корабль можно перенаправить? Круто. Ха-ха, корабль пригнал. Все, пойдем наконец-то поспим, а то тут какие-то негостеприимные люди. Совершенно негостеприимные люди. Хей, я вернулся.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Нету ее. Для начала посплю. Я их давно не спал, надо. Вы сейчас слишком много предметов, вы перегружены. Вы не можете бегать, использовать быстрое перемещение. Мы перегружены, окей. Что, перегружен? По-моему, ничего не перегружен, все нормально. Так, ну чё, ребята, как там у вас дела? Чувака давно не видел.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished.
Ничего.
5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Ну, чё, хорошо, и чё? Ясно, что для тебя это важно. Погнали!
The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations.
Ну, окей.
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution.
Ладно, погнали, погнали.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't be... I appreciate
На
this, boss.
астероиде?
I know you're going out of your way for me.
Прикольно. Ладно, на монархе я уже достаточно долго сижу. Мне уж там подзаебало, честно говоря. Давай тогда слетаем на астероид. Давай слетаем в туре на астероид. Посмотрим, что там за фигня творится. Так, ну давай вы. Может, давай сначала займемся. Давай попробуем. Давай вот это вот этим займемся заданием. Оружие бездны. Считай, научное оружие. Мне интересно, что за научное оружие. Как вам идея, ребята? Нархсцилла. Угу. Так, ну давайте сначала научное оружие раздобудем.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker. We'll be here.
Так, порвать. Ну, давай ее возьму. Давай его возьмем. Давай покажу ей.
gracious.
Да иди нахрен с этим чаем.
I've got a lovely little throat.
Что это за ерунда? Где брать? А, вот. Давай-ка это купим. Так, смотри, какое-то задание обновилось. Так, найди ночное оружие, смотрите архив. Так, пошли посмотрим архив. Так, это бортовой компьютер надо вставить. Или это терминал? А, в терминал. Так, хорошо. Вкратце все это почитаем, давай. Так, вот, на капитанском терминале задержана наша запись воспоминаний. Прикольно, вот все, понятно, на ссыле, надо на ссылу уехать. Ну, то есть все, есть повод, отличный повод поехать на ссылу. Так, с тобой давай поговорим.
Sometimes I wonder about Mr. Hawthorne. What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie? You think he got lonely, flying about on his own?
Я думаю, ну, аутист просто. Это все, что я думаю о нем. Водички. А, ладно. О, сон нужен. Требует сон. Я вроде недавно спал. Оп, поспал. Давай посозерцаем космос, насладимся прекрасным пейзажем.